Hello everybody, this is AJ, Street Notes and Commentary. What's going on everybody? I hope that you're doing lovely. This is my first episode about you cannot marry my underage daughter. Now some of you might be thinking that it's really about marrying someone who's underage. Not really, but it's somewhat close when it comes to how men are viewing our women today. Men having discussion about fertility. We're going to talk about it when I return. Here on AJ, Street Notes and Commentary. You all remember, I'm looking for talent, so if you are a singer with your own tracks, and you would like for me to play them on my many different types of streaming podcasts, platforms, please hit me up at lcsa change at fillthevoid.info. It'd be much appreciated if you would do that. Trust me, you won't regret it. This podcast is come to you by the support and the help and the sponsor, LCSA Life and Community Solutions Association.org or Change and Fill the Void.services, a nonprofit organization. If you would please go over and show them some support as they seek to help the most vulnerable people in this country. Please, by all means, buy a t-shirt or a cup. I am sure they would appreciate it, and so will I. Thank you for listening to AJ's Street Notes and Commentary. What we offer here is that old school radio talk show type of vibe with a little podcast on the side. I hope that you are enjoying this very relaxing music. And as I often suggest to people, by all means, please meditate, pray. We need to start our day. Energy, celebrate, peace of mind. Here on AJ Street Notes and Commentary. LCSA is looking for individuals who are artists in the area of painting or clothing design. If you want to take part in their shop, where you get to sell your merchandise at the same time supporting LCSA mission as they seek to help the most vulnerable people in this country, please, by all means, you can reach them at LCSA change at fillthevoid.info. Again, that is LCSA change at fillthevoid.info. All right, everybody. I want to thank you for joining me today. I'm going to start my conversation. You know what we're talking about. Protecting our women and our daughters, if you have one. And let alone, we know we must protect our sons too. But today I'm going to talk about the daughters. There's some crazy conversations going on out there. Got me concerned a little bit. What about you? I'll be right back. All right, everybody. Thank you so much joining AJ's Street Notes and Commentary. Boy, I want to talk to you about conversations that are going on in the areas of politics as regards to the health of women and the future of your daughters. There's a very disturbing conversations that are coming out of certain agencies and as regards to what their thoughts are relating to fertility and our young people. Found through their investigations and research that young women are developing much sooner than first alleged. People who have been given powers to make decisions on the behalf of the American people. Choices that were made to put certain people in head of certain departments in this country regarding to our health, in my opinion, was not a very good decision. Conversations on how to protect our children, because this whole race theory that is being spread abroad that is causing chaos, anxiety, and fear. And now they're having conversations of when a woman is at an age to be fertile to deliver a child. And also to tag onto that, they want to let us know that older men are yet still able to produce, such as the seed that I'm not going to mention here, that is needed to fertilize the egg than younger men. Is that older men should be marrying younger women. That it's okay to marry younger women because they are now fertile and they are ready. Maybe they mean to engage in mature-like activity. And the question is, what age are you talking about here? What do you mean? And why are you having these conversations now as it relates to the fertility of women? What point are you trying to make here? Is it really about protecting them and making sure that they are healthy? Forcing women to have children that they don't want, or forcing them into marriage that they're not ready for? Certain people who are in power, who head certain agencies, make certain statements about young women and their fertility and if they're ready or not. My question is, what is it that needs to be done? What are you saying? You will not marry my underage daughter. I hope that you can get the point here today. Because there are some individuals that have no problem with age. They're at a certain age where they can't really comprehend adult-like behaviors because they're still growing and developing. And I'm not talking about young adults, in their 20s and 30s, and young adults in their 40s, and, some, looking at teenagers and stuff like that, 17, 18 years old, they all are developing, faster than normal, and they are ready for what is the question. What if they decide that they don't want any kids? What if they decide that they don't want to get married? What if they decide they just want to live a healthy, single life with nobody but themselves? Renting, buying, driving, working, having fun, clubbing, dancing, acting, writing, creating, making money on social media, and all the things that young people do. So is the government seeking to take the rights away from the youth, all on the basis of saving a generation or race? Does it have to do with hate, forcing women to do what they don't want to do, with robbing them of their rights to vote, with robbing them of their independence, with robbing them of their rights to choose? What is really going on here? And so, what can we do to answer these questions? First and foremost, if you are a parent of a daughter, you need to educate your daughters. Not only do you need to educate them, you need to protect them. Not only do you need to protect them, you need to share with them the conversation about how they should be engaging with men. Not only their peers, but men in general, especially those God-fearing believers that believe that God has chosen men to be the head and that women should submit to their husbands or submit to men in general, because that is the narrative that a lot of folks out here are beginning to spin, And it has nothing to do with racism. It's just the thought patterns of most religious men, that women supposed to be submissive and supposed to be in a place of doing whatever the man directs them to do with no questions, no pushback, no debate. I'm the man, I'm in charge, you do what I say do. And it doesn't matter if I'm right. It doesn't matter if I'm cheating. It doesn't matter if I have 4 and 5 girlfriends or 4 or 5 wives. It doesn't matter if I have 20 children scattered abroad. All that matters is I'm the man and you're the woman.